The 3 o'clock hour has arrived. I'll call the meeting to order. And we have a quorum, and we'll proceed. Our first order of business is to approve the minutes of our meeting of August 4th.
So approved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
And we have 2 items for consideration, and we'll proceed. Ahmad?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and committee members. We have 2 items for your consideration today. Item 3A is regarding traffic signals. This is going to be a unit price contract that we are opening the bids on tomorrow. We like to use the 2000 GEO bond money. We're trying to spend older funds first. So a combination of $150,000 in unlisted, listed, and interest funds are requested to be put in this project TC-0443. This is basically for use on emergencies or any time that we have problems with traffic signals to repair as soon as possible by the on-call contractor. As I mentioned, the bids will be coming in tomorrow. We'll be awarding it in October. And it will be expiring at June 30th to 2015, but it may be renewed up to 2 additional 1-year period if the funds is available to be used. Any questions?
Any questions from me?
Oh, does this pretty much close out the dollars on the 2000 bond issue?
I have to...
Well,
no, it does not.
no?
Essentially, we have 4 operating units that were down to less than 200,000.
Okay, I knew it was, and the goal was trying to get them closed out in an appropriate but in a timely manner.
Yes, absolutely.
So you're pretty close to doing that then?
That's just 4 of the sale years, because essentially each sale year has a different amount. So 4 of the years when we sold were less than $200,000 on 4 of the years.
In the scheme of things, that's not much.
Absolutely, it really is. The others, we still have more projects we have to
Okay.
finalize for what we've done with those.
Any other questions concerning this item? If not, I'd entertain a motion to proceed.
So approved.
Have a motion? Have a motion and a second. All in favor of this item? Aye. Item is approved. Proceed, please.
Okay, item 3B. We are requesting $40,000 in 2007 GEO bond street funds to be used for project PC-0474. This is a utility agreement with the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. This is for I-40 widening on the west, which is this one is the bridges over State Highway 4. This is per state statute, and we have to provide 20% of the cost. So $40,000 covers the amount they're requesting, and there's some minimal administrative charge added, so it's rounded number for you. And this will provide the funds to ODOT.
Move to approve.
We have a motion. Motion and a second. All in favor of approval of this item? Aye. The item is approved. We do have informational items from staff.
Mike, before you go to the bond report, I'd like to follow up on the questions that was raised at the last month's Bond Advisory Committee. There was a question on Police Fire Training Center, which is on 800 North Portland. Mr. Dover asked, does the building have any HVAC or air conditioning? The answer is that the classroom at the administrative building does have the air conditioning, but the gymnasium did not have any air conditioning. It has heating, but not air conditioning, and that's why we asked that funds to be used for HVAC and adding the air conditioning to the gymnasium. Second question was that how old are the buildings? Well, the building was built in 2 phases. It's almost 41 years old, and it was built with the 1968 bond issue. The phase 1 was the fire part, and it was built in 1973, and the phase 2 was for police section, which was built in 1975. There was another question from Mr. Rader on traffic signals on Southwest 104th Street and Kingsgate. He liked to know when the traffic signal was installed on that project. It was installed in October of 2008. It actually was part of 4 traffic signals that were built and the CIP capital improvement funds were used to build that traffic signal.
All right, thanks, Mohd.
Thank you.
Also included in your packets this month, we have the August 2014 GeoBond Executive Summary. I'll just take a few minutes to highlight some of the key numbers there. Our contract awards and expenditures for the month of August. August contract awards is a little over $1.2 million year to date. We're slightly over $2 million. Expected awards in September, right over $3 million. Our GeoBond expenditures for the month of August, $3.4 million, which brings us to a total of a little over $3.8 million for the year. The information on the 85% expenditure requirement has been updated through the month of August. In 2012, we are at 69%. 2013, we're at 25%. In 2014, we are at 3%. Next slide, please. This graph here looks at our targeted contract awards that Public Works Department came up with back in June, July timeframe, and then it's updated for where we are through the month of August. As you can see, we're slightly below target, but it's expected that we will catch back up over the next couple of months. So that's all I have, unless there's any additional questions.
The tabular data is different in the handout than what you had on the slide.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Table. Different time frame.
Which data is different? I'm sorry.
Both of them, contract awards, expenditures, and 85% are different than the one we got in the handout.
Oh, okay. Well, we're sorry about that. We'll make sure we get the correct one sent back out to you. But
well, I just wondered which one is
yeah,
the one that on the screen.
Right. We create this report for our internal committee earlier in the month, and then we update it for this committee. And so it looks like one of them probably just didn't get updated. So we'll make sure we get the correct one out to you guys.
Is there any new business to come before this group? Any items from committee members?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have as I recall a meeting or two ago, like there was a conversation about perhaps a time, I think the word workshop might have been used, that we would look at a time to kind of do some education and some training on kind of what's going on with the whole bond thing, this advisory committee, what have you. Am I making that up, or was there a conversation about that?
I know the Public Works Director is looking forward to doing that, and we talked about it later this fall.
And the second question is, I'm wondering if perhaps, if we could get this to Eric or whomever, that at our next meeting we might just have a little update on what kind of examination has been done to date on bus shelters. If we recall, that was one of my passionate issues over this in this committee, and just kind of a status report.
Okay, we'll get that put together for you.
I think this concludes our meeting. I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Well, we asked for citizens, any citizens to be heard? Hearing none. All in favor of adjournment? Aye. The meeting is adjourned.